Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Closed Traffic Podcast, an aviation and flight simulation show. I'm Johnny, and along with my first officer here, the one and only Charlie. Charlie, say hello to people, my friend.
Hello, people. What's up? Welcome back to the show. Glad to have you all here. What you been up to, man?
Man, I don't know, but I am off to a great start because I actually hit record this time.
Hey, that's right, man.
Yeah.
We're already ahead. And
we're already ahead. You know, it seems like, our
two peats today.
Exactly. It's like no practice runs today. As our main man Mike, he's actually out for the weekend, but he does send out his regards. Definitely miss him here, but nevertheless, we're going to keep it pushing. We actually got a really amazing, unscheduled, and kind of spontaneous show.
Impromptu.
Very impromptu. But
awesome.
loads to talk about here. We also have a very special guest, Justin from Fast Cow Simulations. Justin, say hello to people.
Hi, how's it going?
Too cool, man. I hope all is well with you. Again, thank you for
absolutely
giving us the opportunity to speak with you. I know you have a lot to talk about as well, so I'm gonna get some housekeeping out of the way there first. So, a very busy week has transpired here, which I think anyone in the flight sim community knows what I'm talking about. I say, because I think the title's like newsflash, although it's really not news anymore because we're totally like, super late. But anyway, but we definitely want to provide our thoughts and feedback because, this guy was definitely a day one purchase. So
me too.
We'll provide that here shortly. But in case you guys don't know what we're talking about A2A Simulations Piper Comanche PA24 with the AccuSim 2.0. I'm just going to call it really an engine running in the background, unless they may have something more specific that they call it. But
yeah,
they literally shook the industry with this release. And I think I told Charlie and Mike as well. I really wasn't surprised that those of us who have had a lot of their products for P3D, understood the quality that they brought to the table. But not only did they meet my expectations per se, but they blew them out of the water. And just to give you an idea, I was up, what was it, Charlotte, 5 a.m.?
Yeah, because I was up and I was like, oh my gosh, they've released it. And Johnny's like, download now. And I'm like, dadgummit, I'm at work, man. And you're sitting there downloading it. That time zone thing really works out sometimes.
Hey, man, Central Time Zone for the win, Jensen.
But I got him. I got in it before he did. So
yeah, you did, man.
I got the last laugh.
I was trying to get out of there. And it's like, it didn't work. But, we have to adult at some point in time. But Charlie, what were your, since you had the opportunity to send it before I did, what were your initial thoughts on it?
Absolutely blown away. Words can't really describe the feeling I had. I've never felt a aircraft like that in 2020 yet. Mm-hmm. And what they were able to accomplish with the flight dynamics and the feel, and the trimming. The trimming was the biggest thing to me. You can physically trim that aircraft. Just a phenomenal job. Kudos and hats off to them.
Wow. Holy smokes.
So,
man, it's
really, and sounds. Walk arounds. Man, we can sit here all day. I can go through the list, man. I was just absolutely blown away.
So I noticed you mentioned the trimming. What part of the trimming that really just kind of said, dang, this is something different?
The smoothness. Like you could feel, even with like the Bravo and the trim, you could just, the littlest adjustment, you could physically, to me, feel it. And other ones to me kind of are jerky. You know what I'm saying? You move a little bit and it's like, ooh, or, nose up real quick or nose down. But just the overall flight dynamics, I was just like, wow, it can be
Oh,
done.
right. It can and has been done. Justin, I know you've been deep in the trenches here with your latest project. Did you have an opportunity at all to check it out?
No, I have not. Yeah, 90% of my time is in development work. So unfortunately, I only have like recorded maybe 5 hours of not being in dev mode.
I was about to say that thing lives in dev mode, don't it?
Ooh.
But it is on my list. I've been excited to try it out. As soon as I seen it at the expo. It's been
Right.
Mhm.
something I've been wanting to try. I just unfortunately have not had the chance to try it out.
Absolutely. And Justin, it's funny because that is not the first time I've heard that. We talk to a lot of developers here on the show, and and unfortunately, there's a price to be paid to when producing products that you guys put out, and it takes a lot of time, and so I totally understand, and kudos to you and other developers' dedication when putting out these products. And I was kind of blown away as well in Expo. It was kind of I knew A2A was doing, they were doing their presentation, and just kind of watching it, and it's like it was literally, to me, in my mind, it literally brought me into the mindset of a simulation within a simulation.
Yes.
And downloaded it. Of course, didn't run into any issues as far as the download. Install was, of course, seamless. When once I installed, of course, you find a couple of things when you're done your desktop there, input configurator, which, to be honest, I haven't really messed with it yet.
I
And
hadn't
there
messed with it either. I just
haven't.
actually saw that today when I
Did
loaded
you
it up. Yeah, I didn't know that was there.
Yeah. I saw that before, which I actually need to check that out. And of course, the updater, you can run that just
Mhm.
for polls for updates or whatnot. But I mean, aside from that, I mean, it was it's fairly straightforward. Firing up, right off the bat, you're blown away with just the artwork. This just the
Oh,
sheer artwork, the attention to detail, everything. And I think the thing that really resonates to me is, quite often we're always presented with a pristine airplane, just everything's perfect, the texturing's perfect, there's no scratches, marks, imperfections,
mhm.
things like that. Unfortunately, those of us who don't have the privilege of actually owning our own aircraft, and we writ in real world and things like that, more often than not, we don't really, that's not exactly the reality, right? These airplanes
Yeah.
they're used, abused, rented. You got little imperfections here and there, various smells that I won't mention here on the show, and um you know just that, just the smell of just sweat, and just
Oh,
somebody, oh my gosh, man, this is
man.
something. I mean, there's
Smell like a
always
football
that.
locker room.
Exactly. That's it. It's like, oh man, it's
Some
like there's
sweaty
nothing like
shoulder pads, man.
yeah, there's nothing like the smell of 100 low lead and just fear from
Mm,
someone's first solo flight. And and it's just all that. I got those vibes from the Comanche. It's just like,
yeah.
okay, I'm in a used airplane. It's not all glass. No, there's nothing wrong with all glass. Love you, Mike. But there's nothing wrong with all glass, right? But it's nice to have that other side of the
Mhm.
aviation, of general aviation, to where it's, you got to blend between steam gauges and glass, and
And I
a
think that's
rate.
one of my favorite things about it right there.
Really?
Yes, man. I was
Right.
very surprised, but because you still got an airplane a little bit.
Yeah, got an airplane
You
a little
said
bit,
it
sure.
best. And like, to me, that's been half of the fun is just learning to kind of like make yourself fly all over again and not just hit a button on, nav mode.
Right,
So
yeah, hit that flight level change, but and that's
exactly.
and that was one of the things, Charlie. I howl from the from the rooftops is that most of your aircraft, real world, are very stable,
Hmm.
solid handling airplanes, and you can trim her out for a 500 foot per minute climb at
Hmm.
best rate, and they just and of course winds and other
Oh
variables
yeah,
aside, I mean they sit there,
yeah.
and you really don't need flight level change or other
Hmm.
vertical navigation modes that we utilize in sim. I mean, if you got a well trimmed airplane, I mean it's almost as good as an autopilot, in my opinion,
That
of course.
absolutely. That's one thing I've noticed, man, is like you could trim that girl, like I typically do like 500 feet a minute or something.
Hmm.
And your hands off. You just sitting there
Right.
watching, the 750. Like
Yep.
you don't you
Yeah.
like you said, you do not need the autopilot. But
Yep.
it's nice,
Pitch for
but you don't need it.
No, pitch for, like I said, pitch for best rate and send it. And
Send it.
one of the few airplanes that I've seen in sim period that comes with a rate based autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
It's two axis, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's a tool nonetheless to relieve the workload a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
More so in cruise than anything else.
Yeah. Out hold mode, and you're not sitting there constantly, holding the plane.
Right. Just something, just kind of, relieve a little bit of the pressure. It's not something that
Mm-hmm.
you'd want to, fly in the right way or anything like that. It's just, something to, relieve some of the strain during cruise.
Yep.
And, that's probably, aside from P3D, that's probably been the only time I've seen a rate based autopilot in sim period.
Really?
To my knowledge, yes. Um, Most of the autopilots are attitude based,
Yeah.
and it's very unique. I'm still learning it. The only time I've seen one in real world, it was in up and had tape over it. Like no, so
Really?
no one used it. Yeah, like no one used it. And but just to kind of dive into my thoughts a little bit. Just I mean, just to pretty much reiterate what you said was that
Mm-hmm.
in 2020. And I can't tell you how refreshing it was to experience, in my opinion, aviating in 2020. All the way from, flight modeling and stability aside, just the engine modeling, just the ability to
Mm-hmm.
manage your engine, right? Performing, lean of peak and or rich of peak, or leaning out the engine and it actually having a meaningful effect,
Mm-hmm.
with performance, right? All those things to me just kind of weaves itself into just this package, just whoo, a breath of fresh air. So
Absolutely.
spent quite a bit of time in it thus far. Thoroughly impressed. The only issue I saw during startup, the battery voltage looked a little janky during start. It like dropped all the way to zero when I tried to crank
Really?
it. Yeah. And I'm just like, so I went and did some research, and they've already found the bug, and I'm thinking from what I've read that they're looking to try to squeeze into the first update. So um
Yeah.
but aside from that, it's been a solid experience for me. And I think that we need more airplanes like that.
Absolutely.
I think that airplanes of that caliber, not only they're enjoyable, right, but I think it makes us better sim pilots, and heck, better
Mhm.
pilots. You know,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
kudos to A2A, Scott Gentile, and the team for a phenomenal release.
Mhm.
Congratulations. All the, hopefully their release was fruitful from what they said. I think they said the sales exceeded their expectations. So, um, I'm pretty sure.
Great job.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hurry up on the next one now.
Next, man, I would love, honestly, I would love,
What
and
you
this is
what
just,
you
this is
want
me
them to
being
do?
selfish. This is me being selfish. I would totally love to see that detail being brought over into 2020. The detail bonanza.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love to see that guy. So, who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
We shall see.
Exciting times.
Yeah, and of course, I'm being the typical consumer. They just released like probably
Yeah, they're like, what's next?
yeah,
What's next?
right. It's like, no, can you please release the detail? I gotta say this, guys. I don't want to. I don't want to be sound facetious or anything, but I was kind of just scrolling through the forums, and someone was like,
Johnny Diggins, what
um,
Johnny been doing?
"Oh
Digging.
man, digging," but no, man, it was somebody was like, "I can't get GXX to work with the
Oh,
Comanche,"
man,
and
get out of here.
I don't know, man. Like,
What you need GSX
what
for?
are
You
you
go
using
outside and load your
GXX
own
for?
daggum bags. Like, you know?
I don't know, man. I guess some airports, you need you need pushback. You need to get pushback.
I
I don't
guess.
know. I mean,
Maybe
I don't know.
maybe a small fuel truck, maybe.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
could
I
see
can
a
see
small
that. Yeah,
fuel
that's a
truck.
good point, actually, Justin. Yeah.
That's a good, yeah. I didn't
Um,
think about
fuel
that.
truck. Yeah.
But I'm loading the bags for the passengers, so like,
Yeah. Or if you're like me, you just make them fill
yeah,
their own bags or
there you go.
like, chuck it in there.
Johnny's
But
like, I gotta climb in first. Y'all load your own daggum
exactly, I got to grease myself up and get in here
Lube up.
first. So, so yeah, you guys are on your
Got
own.
my
But
sweat
no,
towel and all, bro.
sweat towel and all. Oh man, day one, it was so hilarious. So I think like it was like in some areas here it was like 107 degrees. And when you load up initially the aircraft, it shows the aircraft status or whatnot. And
Yeah.
like the in cabin temp was like 110. And
Woo.
I could not. That's totally relatable because that's literally what you would experience. And you
Oh,
climb
yeah.
into a 172 that's been baking all day, in the
Oof.
heat, and that's exactly what you
Oof.
deal with. And you're trying to as safely and as efficiently roll through the pre-flight as fast as you can
Fast as
to
you
get some prop
can get
action
some
going, man.
air.
You got
That's
it's
it.
like I gotta get the prop
Get
action
some
going.
airflow.
Right. And then like literally halfway lean out of the window when it's open just to get a
Yeah.
little air. But
That little window, you like hanging your arm out.
yeah, it's like like you're
fanning
driving a truck
yourself.
or
Come on.
something. Yes, man.
Hey, now they
It's
got
like,
them little battery fans. You could just sit in the window right there and get some
yeah, or
airflow.
like one of those split units or whatever.
No, like one of those little, you
Oh,
can get them like Home Depot or whatever. It runs off D batteries. Just them little bitty fans.
really? You talking
I
about the
mean,
one that runs off Milwaukee batteries or something?
well, they make them. Oh, that'd be the thing. They were like
Oh
turbo fans.
yeah. Oh,
But now these are just like little bitty tiny box fans, and they run off like D batteries, and you get some airflow a little bit.
oh.
I'll
I know,
find one,
man.
send you a link.
Yeah, drop me a link. I know years ago they had it was I ain't gonna lie, man. It had to have been over a few beers and
Uh-oh.
just trying to engineer their way out of a bind. But it was a cooler. It was a little legit cooler with ice in it, and had a fan on one side to bring in air, and then like a hose or a nozzle on the other side.
Piece of 2-inch pipe or something.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I've seen that.
Yeah, and then you hook up to a little 12-volt and send it, man. But
Heck yeah, man.
They say those suckers are blow cool, man. But I don't know. That's just a lot going on in the back seat. Then you can't even ride it 4 deep because you got a
Yeah,
ginormous,
you got a
Yeti in
50
the back
quart
or something.
cooler back there full of ice.
And beer. I mean water.
Yeah. Don't have that in no airplane now. You be in a bind, bro.
Oh, my
Mr.
man.
Inspector's like, hey, boy. Let me check that cooler.
Oh man, they'd probably give you a pass if as long as it wasn't coolers or something.
Yeah, you just
But,
give them one. They roll on to the next one.
You have a good day.
You have
Oh
a good
my
day,
gosh,
sir.
man. But no, it was
Oh,
actually it was an absolute blast in that thing, man. So again, definitely looking forward to future updates, and
mhm.
yeah, we'll definitely be continuing to fly this not a thing till the cows come home. But
Yep.
aside from that, guys, I really, I say all that to um, jump over here to our friend Justin at Fast Cow. Justin actually ran into Justin and to Flight Cements, Flight. I'll talk one day. It'll be sweet if I could. Um,
Oh, you
uh,
sound like me at the expo.
That's
I
you.
you did an amazing job, my friend.
Awesome job, man.
Yeah, he actually put on a fantastic presentation at Flight Sim Expo, and I sat back and watched, and I was like, man, we really got to have this guy on. I love the project he's working on. I'm a huge anything that is outside of the norm. I am just like all for. Because I don't think we get enough of that. We're getting I mean, I see the shift, and it's amazing to see other aircraft outside of like your Cessnas, your Boeings,
Yeah.
Airbuses,
Yeah.
the traditional few or whatever. And so just hugely excited for this project. And I don't even want to spill the beans. I'm gonna let our friend Justin bring it out because I have a horrible time pronouncing. So you know what? I'm going to pronounce it for our family, CTP family out there. So Justin's actually working on the hold on the Sakari 8
There you
helicopter.
go.
Did I get it?
There you got it.
Sakari 8 helicopter from Fast Cow Simulation. So, Justin, I guess first and foremost, what is Sakari?
All right, it is a experimental helicopter. It is from the actual maker, and I believe I can't remember his first name, and I'm sorry.
No worries.
His last name is Sakari.
Oh.
So they actually
Ah.
started kind of doing this, kind of somewhat in his backyard, really.
Mm-hmm.
It was him and a couple other people, and I can't remember exactly, but
Mm-hmm.
um, and that's where they came up with this. Originally, they started with like at a 7, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit smaller. And so then they kind of branched out, as time went on.
Mm-hmm.
These are currently just just your standard little experimental little kit helicopter. So you get like two options. You can buy them
Mm-hmm.
pre-made, or you get a big crate delivered to your door, and you get to sit there and build it yourself.
Mm.
Holy cow.
Good
That's
gosh, a
crazy.
helicopter. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm going to
could
build
you
my own
imagine?
helicopter.
Could you
No.
imagine, Charlie?
Now,
Mess around and have
pay
like
the
a
man.
Kohler.
Pay the man.
I don't know, man. It might be worth it. Save a little money on the engine, put like a Kohler in there or something.
Yeah. 20 horse rigs. Smoking and all, man. Pulled it out of old Murray
Rolling coals,
lawnmower.
man. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah.
That's awesome,
We got
though.
shut, man. Sorry, but
That's
no,
awesome.
Justin, I'm sorry, but yeah. As far as like these kits, what do these kits run typically as far as cost wise?
Honestly, I'm not a salesman, so I really couldn't tell you on it.
No,
And
no
to
worries. I'm
be
just
honest,
curious.
I do know between having one pre-built and
Mm-hmm.
a kit, I want to say it was r- somewhere a little over 10 grand.
10 grand. Oh,
Oh,
that's
God.
that's not as bad as I thought, though.
No. And it's very nice. Like, so a lot of times, when you let's say you buy it as a kit, most of the time you think you got to do all the decals and, paint the
Right.
job. N- y- That already comes done.
Oh, so it's
Oh.
like okay.
So the shell actually comes in one piece.
Ah.
Okay.
And so it is just a standard fiberglass shell, so it's pretty lightweight but durable.
Hmm.
Um, and so you basically you build the frame, you put the motor in, you run your
Hmm.
electronics, and then you just
Hmm.
put the cab on, and
Good
you're
to go.
almost ready to fly.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's
that's
Wow.
not
interesting.
it's not hard. It is a very, and I give it to them. It is a very
Right.
simple, easy process. I've actually looked through the manual of actually how to build it, and
Right.
it's
Oh,
all
cool.
pretty self-explanatory. It's not it really isn't difficult at all. I first
Wow.
looked at it and was thinking, man, that'd be a nightmare.
Oh my
But
gosh. Yeah.
but it's really not too bad.
Right. Oh my gosh. I
That's
guess
too cool.
I guess the hardest part would be like learning how to fly an helicopter. Yeah.
Getting it out of the crate,
Right.
probably.
Right.
And so
So
that's sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Justin. Well, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just, that's the only differences is due to the fact that they're not an originally, American helicopter. So there's
Hmm.
some things
Oh.
in that are going to change in
Mm-hmm.
due time to meet, United
Mm-hmm.
States FAA, certifications
Yeah.
and so on
Sure,
and so
sure.
forth. So that's where some of the hiccups have been. See, Sakari's been in the US once before.
Oh, have
Um,
they?
but due to some of the trade rules and stuff like that, they kind of had to stop. And now since,
Mm.
we've
Oh,
kind of they've made some changes and so on and so forth, now we're actually coming back, and that's where you got Sakari USA.
right.
So
Gotcha.
they're actually making another comeback, and honestly, the new CEO for Sakari USA, Keith, he has done a phenomenal job, getting them turned around, getting them started.
Right.
He's doing quite well, and he's really jumping on board for how VR is really coming around.
Wow. So
So
is that where you kind of came into play there? So how did Justin and Sakari kind of make that connection?
all right, well, a little bit ago, I did message Sakari, before
Hmm.
I even started the project. It's like, look, let's do this right. So I
Hmm.
sent him an email. Was like, look, what would it take to represent, and put one of your helicopters in a game. I was like, what
Hmm.
is it going to cost me, or what's it going to take? Well, I never heard anything. I
Mm.
was just like, well, if
Crap.
all else fails, yeah, all else fails, I'll get a cease and desist letter. So I
Yeah.
Well, cease and
pursued.
Yeah.
desist.
Yeah. We get them all the time here at CT.
So I was just like, you know what, we're going to pursue it. And so, and yeah, I made it a pretty good ways. Well, me and a buddy of mine, Gammy Wombat, a
Hmm.
YouTuber,
Hmm.
we were sitting there talking. I was like, well, you know what? And he made a comment in one of his streams and was like, if
Hmm.
you make it, I'll fly it. So I was just like,
Mm.
okay, I got you. So within a few minutes after that stream, here he is with a link in his Discord box, and here you go, fly it. And he is
Wow.
not a helicopter guy at all.
Right,
So
right.
it was, I think I had more enjoyment out of watching him crash it, attempting to fly it, than him actually trying to show it. It was awesome. Um,
That's hilarious.
so needless to say, the Keith, the CEO for Sakari, actually seen that stream.
Hmm. Oh.
And so in a few days later, I get a Facebook messenger from him with his email, and he was wanting, he was like, I'd like to speak with you. And
Oh
honestly, I was
wow.
sweating. I'm like, oh,
I was
cease
Uh,
and
about to
desist.
say like, oh, cease and desist.
So I was like, crap. So I got to talking with him, and honestly, right out of the bat, he's like, I see potential, you have a good model, and I see potential and actually integrating, flight
Oh,
simulator, X-plane into, an experimental market, growing that fan base. You have new
wow.
pilots, newcomers
Mm-hmm.
that are wanting to come in. Why not give them a chance to see what it's
Mhm.
like without actually having to buy it, to, kind of help them
Mhm.
and purchase one. And so that's how we started off. And, so we had a meeting, me and him, and, I kind of showed him what I had. And so he kind of gave me his ideas and what, he was wanting to do, and so on and so forth. So that's where I learned, I'm not the only one that he's working with. He's working with V
Wow.
Sky, that
Oh,
they have.
wow.
And the goal is actually to get a Sakari actually FAA certified,
Oh wow,
Whoa.
that'd be
to where,
huge.
so then you can actually collect 10 hours
Right.
towards you getting your helicopters,
Your helicopter.
certificate. So yeah, it is a big step forward,
For sure.
in, aviation period,
Right.
Yeah.
and so it's one of those, good things of, you're opening the doors to simmers, and you're
Absolutely.
opening your doors to actual pilots that,
Mhm.
may be thinking, why don't I get my rotary? So and then it pushes, developers to kind of push the bounds to get
Right.
it more like the real thing, to move forward. X-plane, it isn't as much as easier, but you don't
Sure.
have as many limitations as you do with Microsoft Flight Simulator, to,
Mm-hmm.
because there's only so much, simulator can do that
Right.
comes with it. And so then you got to really start, you know running in your mind, okay, I need it to do this,
Mhm.
how can I get it to do this, and then to get it to do
Right.
this in certain aspects. So it is a challenge. I enjoy
Wow.
challenges, and so yeah, and here we are today.
Here we are today. Holy smokes! And I think you hit a really good point, Justin. And this Sakari, Mr. Sakari, definitely sounds like an interesting character, and I love his attempt into bridging the gap between real world aviation and flight simulation. And I imagine that coincides quite well with even aircraft sales, right? Rather than flying a Sakari 8 or any other aircraft to the potential buyer, hey, we're gonna send you this link to this add-on or whatnot, check it out, see how it does. And if you feel froggy after that, then hey, let's schedule a real world demo flight, and so
Hmm.
I think that is absolutely fascinating. I remember you told me a little bit of the story of Expo. I was like, man, that is insane. That is amazing how far we have come in the industry as a whole for
Mm-hmm.
real world manufacturers to consider viability. And hey, let's utilize this, let's tap into this market, because not only do you have potential simmers, potential pilots, you also have potential buyers as well, so
Exactly.
um I had no idea he had employed V Sky as well. That's amazing to hear. So you made the connection with Sakari, Justin, and you've fallen into this, just amazing this amazing opportunity with this aircraft manufacturer. As far as the support during the development process, how was the responsiveness and the I guess the ability to obtain resources to help you move the project forward? Was Sakari pretty good in working with you as far as that goes?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been a complete pleasure, working with Keith. He has always been an
Wow.
email away. So it first started off the very first meeting we had. Even
Hmm.
before we even signed an agreement. We were sitting there talking, and I was just like, it's kind of hard, going through pictures, trying to get this correct. It's
Right.
like, so you're telling me you need a POH? And of course, I'm just like, huh?
Huh?
It's the first time I've kind of heard it put that way. And he's like, yeah, the pilot operating handbook. Really?
Right.
You just send it right now? And so as soon as the meeting was over, shoot, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes. Hell,
Hmm.
I had the flight manual sitting in my
Wow.
email, and so then it
That's
was
awesome.
just so yeah, as time went on, it was like, hey, there's a couple things in this manual that it isn't, for the helicopter, and he was just like,
Right.
oh, well, you need this manual, and sends me the manual to build it. Yeah,
Wow.
so
Holy cow.
honestly, I haven't truly had to ask in a sense. He already kind of knew what I needed and sent it right over, because he is a pilot himself.
Right.
So
Ah,
he already has the idea. Okay, you need this. Okay, here you go. You need this. Here you go.
Hmm.
And it just made it so easy and just not complicated at all.
Right.
He has given me anything I ever needed. No questions asked. Now, of course,
Wow.
he does, in our agreement that I can't share it,
Sure.
which
Absolutely.
is
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
you know,
Makes sense. Right.
Sell copies on eBay or nothing like that.
yeah, I can't do anything like that. But the fact that he is
Etsy.
willing to give me what I need and is actually standing behind me
Right.
to ensure, that, in a sense of that, we represent Sakari the way that, it needs to be. And that's what I'm here for. It's
For sure.
yeah, I like modeling and stuff like that, but on the same note, that isn't, in a sense, in these paint schemes, that isn't my name.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
theirs. This
Yeah.
is
Exactly.
their helicopter. It is my job to represent their helicopter as it should be.
Wow.
And so
Absolutely.
that's where I'm trying to make sure every detail is right, so Keith's idea, and this is where the tablets come in, and that's why, as we haven't had that tablet in there yet, is
Hmm.
it works multiple ways. So if you
Wow.
purchase the helicopter, um we're working on the back end right now
Hmm.
to where, so if you purchase one of their helicopters, it'll
Hmm.
have a key. It'll unlock the features that you made your order of your helicopter. So it'll
Whoa.
be the
Wow.
same way. So every helicopter is not going to be identical.
That's
Now,
Whoa.
cool.
the simmer version, eventually if we make it into the marketplace or whatever, their version, yeah, it's going to be every, you first load it up,
Yeah.
it's going to be the same.
For sure. For sure.
But so there's going to be little hidden features and so on and so forth of that are going to make each one different in a
Hmm.
sense, like honestly, like one of our Easter eggs in a sense is in the door frame you actually have the labels. Holy, that was weird. The labels of each model. So it's
Mm.
going to have the model name and number. So we're making the model for their website, and he's kind of bugging me a little bit, and I'm trying to rush. It's not easy,
For
but
sure.
you're gonna have a configurator tool. So when you buy the helicopter, you'll have a full 3D version of what it'll look like.
Wow.
And so the goal is to get what paint schemes and colors you go with. It'll give you a texture, basically a picture that you
Mm.
can put in the sim, and it'll be identical to what you've just purchased.
Wow.
So it is really trying to connect, the purchasee
Right.
as well as simmers, to
Right.
in
Hmm.
a sense of, you may not want to buy one, but you would like to have a paint scheme that,
That's
that
yours.
you could, but I'm pretty sure that you could, we could just go to the website, customize it, you
Hmm.
got your texture, you know,
Wow.
it- and that's also in a sense that gives you a free livery free of charge.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Wow.
the capabilities that he has opened the doors to, is just phenomenal. And like
Phenomenal.
I said at the expo, I would have never mentioned, I would have never imagined of where I am today, where I would have been, where I was, before now.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So it's crazy.
Wow.
It's awesome. It's been one heck of a journey.
Right, for
I
sure.
bet that's awesome.
I bet. Yeah, and that's and I can't really think, at least in my mind, and Charlie, keep me honest, of a relationship that symbiotic in flight sim as of late. Unless there's some sort of relationships that's happened with other developers in the past, and it wasn't as I guess public, or whatnot. But
Yeah, because most of the time, heck, you can't get none of that stuff.
no, you can't. I mean,
I mean, the only thing I could think would be like Austin and that electric thing that he's in cahoots with. Yeah, I can't remember. Sorry, Austin. Don't.
the thingamabobber, what you call
Yeah,
it?
the quadcopter looking thing. I can't remember. Let me look it up. But like he's invested personally in that, and that's the only thing I could think of where you have that connection between manufacturer and developer.
And I think that's so cool. So for
That
the
is cool.
average, for the average simmer like myself, and so on day one, will this aircraft be released just for Sakari potential employees, or would it be available for simmers as well? Like
It
on day one.
day one, it'll be open for everybody.
Okay. All
It'll be later on when the tablet will start fully getting integrated and so on and so forth. Right
Mm.
now, our biggest concern and our
Mhm.
biggest, hurdle and, wanting to make sure everything is right
Sure.
is your flight characteristics.
Mhm.
We are working on multiple things, and some of the things that you were going to say here, I haven't even
Mhm.
told Sergio,
Oh.
for Helisimmer. And I'm always talking to him. He's
For
helped me a
sure.
lot.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Surge was awesome.
is we're working on failures.
Mhm.
Um, the engine management screen that is completely custom. It is completely
Whoa.
like the real thing. So what you'd
Whoa.
purchase in the real life is what it'll be in the sim. All your warning
Wow.
lights, all of it, it's there. My programmer didn't send me the latest version, or I'd be able to show you.
Sure.
Is let's see, can I send you an image?
I believe you can, or you can present it, and we can
Share the screen.
share the screen via our software here.
Google Slide, PowerPoint. I'd like to really show you.
Sure.
It is, because he sent me an image
Let
of
me
it,
see.
and
Let
if
me see.
anything, I can
Are
email
you
it to you.
okay? No worries. Are you ready for me to add your I see your image here on the screen of you actually in sim. Are you ready for me to add that as well?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Boop, there we go. Just to
Daggone, that
give
thing's
everyone,
sharp.
it's sharp, ain't it?
It is,
It's
man.
sharp. I'm gonna say this, and y'all call me crazy, but this bird could easily make a fixed wing jockey think, man, maybe I can pull off this rotary endorsement. I mean, you
It
know what I mean?
does.
So, which brings me to another question, Justin. Is this considered, let's say for, whatever, I just happened, like my wife was like, here, yeah, you can totally buy a helicopter like that would ever happen. But, my wife totally signed off for me to buy a helicopter. I bought this guy. Is this as far as the I guess category that this particular helicopter falls in, will this be considered something that like a noob or a newbie or something or a novice such as myself would be able to be able to fly? Is that how Sakari markets it? Market
Yeah.
it?
So it's kind of in a reference of like how you have like the G2 that's in
Right,
there, being a trainer.
right.
Yes,
Okay,
100%.
cool.
It falls in the same categories like your SR22, your G2s.
Gotcha.
It is a very small, lightweight, and I sent you
Hmm.
that picture to your email.
Oh, cool. Let me see here.
It falls into that category. So that's where
Hmm.
the SVH-4 comes into play. It is a
Oh,
Sakari 7, and that is specifically a true trainer to
Mm.
where
oh,
you don't leave the ground, to where you could really get your feet wet, and not
right,
have and not worry about causing any damage.
right.
There is actually a few um uh flight schools that have actually, I want to say, has made the leap and made that purchase.
Oh, holy
um
smokes.
so they are, Sakari is really making a come around and really truly coming into the United States. It is
Wow.
it is a big deal.
For sure.
Hopefully the battery didn't die yet. No, it ain't. We've went in
Wow.
and really went the all out. So let's see. As you can tell, the fans aren't spinning. So now, if we go into here,
Don't tell me the fan spin.
yeah, my battery's died. But yeah, the fans should spin.
That is too cool.
Let's see if she'll start.
And the fact that your battery died
Yeah.
is a huge plus as
Ain't
well.
got no gas in it.
I ain't got no
Yeah.
gas in it. Oh my gosh, Charlie.
So the biggest trick that not many people get. So like for
Right.
instance, I just attempted to start it
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't start.
Mm-mm.
The reason for it is you actually have to give it some throttle for it to even start.
Whoa. So is this a turbine? I'm assuming this is a reciprocating engine, Justin. This isn't a turbine.
No, it is not it's not a turbine. It's,
Gotcha.
like you said.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, we're having a technical difficulty. The fan should spin.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it helped if I turn them on.
Hold
Maybe.
on.
Nope. Oh well,
Oh,
it's
no worries.
one of the few little features here that actually should work. But we went
Also,
all the
it's a
mile.
Rotax.
Yeah, it's a Rotax. Was that the 9 something? 915? Oh, it's
Yep.
915. I see it there. Okay.
In
Whoa.
the 8R, we're including the 916, which came out this year.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
So trying to get how it's going to fly with it. I'm still kind of working with Sakari to get
Right.
that piece of info in.
How how much horsepower is the 915 putting out, Justin?
Oh, look, you're gonna make me have to hit Google. I had
For
notes.
some motorheads out there.
Let's see. I can tell you here in just a second. So the
No worries.
916, you're going to be looking around 160 horsepower.
That's way more than a 20 horsepower Kohler, Charlie.
Yeah, yeah. My little
Yeah.
brig's gonna be in a bind.
Oh
Be
my
in a
lord.
bind.
Yeah, man. That's oh my gosh, that is absolutely amazing. So, in regards to the fan, because I'm a systems nerd. Does the fan respond to engine temp? So if the engine temps get a little high, it comes on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
Whoa.
initially, so a lot of times, most people, they look at it and they're like, "Oh, well, it started with this with the fans already on." And
Right.
it's like, well, yeah, normally you're just going to leave that switch on.
Right.
They will actually come on and off as temp rises, and it will do like a standard car radiator fan.
Wow.
And it does play with the temperatures of the engine. So, and that's where in a video I've had a couple people ask me,
Right.
well, you're saying it's next level. So he's like, so does that include damage and maintenance
Mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth? And initially, no, it's not going to be there. But as
Sure.
the tablet starts coming out, it will be there. So like,
Wow. So we're looking at like some sort of maintenance management um simulation as well.
yeah. So I mean, as you can see right
Wow.
now, if you look at like the rotor and engine needle, it's through the
Right.
roof.
Through the roof. Yep.
So we go over here. Excuse me, lady. Don't mind me.
You
Uh,
just be able to
Pardon
reach
me,
around
ma'am.
there. Don't mind me, reach around there a little bit.
and now as we turn that governor back on, you'll see them all come back down.
Wow.
And also the rotor light will actually dissipate as the rotor starts slowing down.
Slowing down. Whoa. Holy smokes. And so, Justin, man, this is wow, this is mind blowing. So I'm as far as helicopters, I'm totally new at helicopters. Would this be something I could buy and be able to fly and not end up in the trees?
Uh, yeah, ordinarily, yes. I mean, she
Yeah.
she is like a standard helicopter.
Right, right.
But the good thing about it
Hmm.
is for the fact that it is very sensitive, quick, and it is a lot of fun.
Right,
But it's like the G2.
right,
So the hardest part is honestly finding your middle ground.
right, right,
So once you find the middle, eh, it's very simple, easy. Let's see. So of course it's finding the sweet spot.
the sweet spot. Okay.
So that's why a lot of times
Oh,
in the beginning, if anything, you're going to spend most of your time like this trying to catch it.
yep, that was me. Yep.
Oh, no, that was me and Mike. Don't listen to Johnny. He crazy. He could fly these things.
Whatever, man.
So
Johnny,
once you catch it, I mean, you can
Yeah,
basically do.
she does her thing. Holy cow.
man, she's scooting.
Yeah, she's scooting. Lord.
That's awesome.
It's a lot like that's why I say it's a lot like the G2, and I mean
Right.
I'm making small adjustments.
Right. Small corrections there. That is absolutely amazing. And I love the visibility. Like the
Man, that's what I was just watching.
yeah, it's just like you're holy
See if we can.
smokes. Now see, that's where I get in the bind here and start trying to slow her down. She oh. Yeah, that's me. Wow.
Just as you throttle back, you want to release, left pedal. And
Right.
it's just
Okay.
because if you think about it, you're lowering the RPMs,
The RPMs, right.
and because that's that's why you're putting the throttle, the pedal down.
Wow.
Now, see,
Right.
we're gonna smack the ground here because I want to show you. Let's see, we should have dust,
Wow.
and it's not showing. So as I was saying, I'm having some technical issues, but on a
No, no worries.
on another note, there's quite a few things that um that'll be changing. As you can tell, the screen is a little different
Right.
from that image I sent you.
Right. Which I can see. Let me see if I can share it here real quick for the audience. Share screen. Let's see here. Which window is it? There we go. I'm going to sort of share it real quick. Yes, this is the This is the image
Oh yeah.
here.
So like,
Yeah.
in the real thing, so it'll show you your gen fails, battery voltage.
Mm,
If you're overheating, it'll tell you. Your info screen will actually work. Like we have the actual manual just on the EMU.
right.
So like
Wow.
every page is actually going to be there. Now there's
Holy
some pages
smokes.
that are not going to be there just because in the sim it's not there. Like your
Sure.
CAN bus, your
Sure.
CAN bus inputs. Yeah, if we do it, it's just going to be a picture because that information
Exactly.
never changes.
Never changes. Right.
So
Wow.
there's gonna be some things that aren't going to be there, but
Mhm.
90% of the stuff there will be there, as if it was
Holy
in the real
smokes.
thing.
As if it
And
was a
see,
real thing.
we're actually taking it a bit further, and my programmer kind of hates me a little bit for it because because of what we're gonna have to do. Everybody knows this little GPS map.
Mhm.
Everybody knows it.
Oh yeah.
Only most pilots would know that it's not actually right.
No.
We're actually going to step further and we're actually going to redo this
Oh
to where
wow.
it is really going to be the Garmin area map.
Oh no.
So,
Holy smokes.
because like technically, in a sense like this, you can overlay the actual chart of the
Right.
airport.
Of the airport. Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we pushed and we actually gotten the Navigraph information to where we can actually start doing that. So we're actually going to redo this to where you can actually implement the charts into the GPS map.
Too cool.
Oh wow.
And so that that's going to help in multiple other projects, but for
Absolutely.
this here, it is a small helicopter, and so
Sure.
we're having a real hard time in a sense of grasping, because in a sense we're probably going to be only asking $20 for this
Oh
helicopter.
wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's not bad
And
at all.
it's learning how to put it, the learning the least amount of things that we can put in here to make it fair to the consumer. Honestly,
Right.
me, I,
Absolutely.
I want to put everything that I could imagine in here, but it keeps pushing back development, and it's pushing
Right.
in
Cost for sure.
and yeah, it's pushing into my wallet. So it's
Right.
I want because honestly, I'm here for the sim market. If it
For
wasn't
sure.
for them, I wouldn't be here.
For sure.
Besides the people that have been helping me out, Sergio, Hanger Studios, all of them people.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for them, I definitely wouldn't know as much as I do now in reality. But it's how far I can go before it's not beneficial to me. Oh, no wonder it wasn't flying
Absolutely.
great. The doors were still open. But yeah, the
Oh
doors,
wow.
all the doors work, so yeah, ordinarily those
Wow.
wouldn't be there anymore. So we're not really we're not far away from actually being done.
Wow. No, I mean it looks amazing in it. State there. It's like, wow, that's
We're let's see, we're probably 2 to 3 weeks of having the EMU completely done.
whoa.
So that'll actually that's a win for us.
For
I
sure.
mean, honestly, final tweaking and then maybe going into kind of a beta probably a month or
Right.
two.
Oh wow, Justin. Holy smokes.
So the goal is to actually have this done. It should be done and available, mm, maybe September.
Sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
You
mean
know, so we
that's totally fair for sure.
so we still got a few bugs. Of course, as you could
Right.
probably notice here,
No.
the blades are still down I'm still learning armature a little bit, so
Right.
it's taking a little getting used to. So, there's going to be a few things that you still need to be touched up and stuff. But
Oh.
I mean, from where I was when I first started coming from American Truck Simulator, I mean, I think we've made one heck of a leap forward.
Oh
Uh,
wow, for sure. Hugely forward. So so you spent some time in American Truck Simulator as well, developing?
that was my start. That is where I started.
Wow.
Um,
Holy
you
cow.
know, so I do this as in a sense in what free time I have left besides the family. I still
Right.
have a full-time job.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I work for a towing company. So,
Wow.
the 90% of the times, the only times that I have is on the weekends. Or,
Right. I hear
so
you.
yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a very
Holy
long
smokes.
journey.
For sure. But it looks to be definitely bearing fruit, Justin. I mean, like I said, just even coming from, I've been dealing with fixed wings for dang near 20 years, and even just looking at this is just really piquing my interest. And I'm not afraid to say I'll definitely be a first one, day one customer.
Absolutely. That thing
Look,
looks sweet.
yeah, it just looks amazing. The collaboration with a real world aircraft manufacturer, it's just not heard of often in the community. So looking forward to continuing to follow your progress. And of course, if there's anything that we can do, to whether it's helping spread the word, or what have you, definitely feel free to reach out for sure. And and let us know. I mean, just oh my gosh, man, like I'm looking at that, I'm looking at that motor, Charlie, and it's like,
Me
holy
too.
smokes, man. It's there. And you can see how I guess how modular it is to be able to fit into to be able to fit into a crate.
That's what I was
And
about to say, man. I could definitely
right,
see what he was talking about now about it not being very difficult to put together.
right. And the night lighting there as well. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's not horrible. Honestly, it's a very lightweight frame. It's a metal.
Right.
So it's honestly, I think I could do it, and I'm not an aircraft mechanic, and I ain't a mechanic at all, and I think I can.
Exactly.
I mean,
Right.
I can work. I'm a shade tree mechanic, so
Me
I've
too.
done a few things here and there, so I think I could figure it out.
Exactly.
Know
But
enough just to get us in a bind, right?
yeah, I think I could build it and give maybe a 30-minute guarantee. So once you fly away,
Yep.
my warranty is over.
Over
Yeah,
Your
about 30
yeah,
minutes.
responsibility.
that's exactly right.
So yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Taxiway guarantee. Once it's off a taxiway, it's yours. I don't want no part in it.
yeah.
Holy smokes, man! That thing's just dadgum cool. That's probably
I
the
just
best way I can describe it.
It just stinks that the fan's not working, and I don't know why. Because the amount of small details that we are trying to go for,
Right.
and really trying to add in there is, that's why I hate not being able to show you. Because also too, the skis here, those are actually rigged.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Hmm.
like if you hit hard enough, you'll actually see them kind of bend. uh, you
Oh,
know
wow.
so it's also, I've really went in and was trying to add as much detail as I can, just because it is a small analog helicopter. I mean, there
Right.
really isn't much there. So
Right.
it's to me, I felt like it would be unfair to be asking, big time money for something that,
Right.
that isn't much there. So,
Right.
it,
Yeah.
it's in a sense, you know, when people buy it and stuff like that, we really hope that
Sure.
people are making the purchase for one, they like the helicopter, and in a sense that they would support us into making bigger and better things, but also supporting in the sense of the amount of detail and time and care that
Absolutely.
we're trying to put into the community.
Absolutely. I'll say this just by listening, listening to you, Justin, I can definitely um see the passion you have for the project, your drive to just to bring something, as it, of course, to me it looks extremely complex, but to your point, something as simple um as this particular helicopter, your drive to add just, even the most minute of details is definitely an testament to your prowess for sure. So, I would not expect anything less to run into a few hiccups here. And of course, by you being on CTP, I'm sure there's going to be something, not working just because we're here. So,
Yeah, that's it.
no, so no worries there, my friend. As far as this Akari, where do you see this taking Fast Cow? Do you see, are there any projects beyond this fine bird here that you guys have planned?
Yeah, I messaged you. If you would have maybe take my screen off for a second, let me see
Sure,
if we
sure,
can
sure. Let's
we
see
can
here.
pull.
Let me see if I can think I can actually, I think if you go to present there, um okay, there you go. Okay, cool.
Is he still here?
Let's see here. See if I can add him back.
There we go.
Hey, Justin, still there? Let's see.
See, it's not just 2020 we have technical difficulties with.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah. Oh, there he is. I think I hear him. I thought
broke it.
somebody did. Like, whoops, I broke it.
Yep. Let's see
But
if I can get a little something loaded up here. This is
no worries.
very, very, very early, like way early.
Way
Like,
early.
I honestly, I'd honestly say you'd be looking another
Uh,
2 years before you'll see this one.
oh, for sure.
It's a big one. We haven't talked about it really to anybody. It's not even
Wow.
on our Discord server.
Oh, wow.
It is that early. So if
Super
it
early.
loads up, we'll spiel about it. If it don't load up and sim crashes, then
Yep.
I guess you get a tease and
That's
you don't get
fine.
anything.
Exactly. There's your sign. But no, I guess while it loads up there, Charlie, was there any other tidbits besides the Comanche? I know, didn't they drop some news regarding the MD-11 as well, since I know that's your baby?
My baby. Yeah, they posted something, I think it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It said that they have finally achieved complete engine startup, so that's big news.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think they're working on the air supply system, trying to get that dialed in.
Pneumatic system, yeah. Super cool.
What else did it say? I just kind of cruised through it.
Yeah, you kind of sent it to me like right before the show, and you're like, "Jay, check this out." I'm like, I didn't even read a chance to look yet. It's like, holy smokes, put me on the spot.
Of course, they still working on the texture stuff like that.
For sure, yeah, that's ongoing. Yeah,
but yeah, man, from looking at it, they're getting there. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, definitely looking for. I'm telling you, Jen.
FedEx, go ahead and have my checks ready.
Oh, yep. Go ahead and get his ADP account
Yeah,
information set up.
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Almost ready. I'm telling you, it's just been a phenomenal time. And I'm not even going to say just for 2020, just for flight simulation this year as a
It
whole.
has.
It has been an amazing time to be in the hobby. So if you
It
guys
has.
are in the hobby, definitely dive into the hobby. But obviously, you're probably in the hobby because you're listening to us. So,
Yeah,
but yeah.
exactly.
So,
But man, it's like you said, man. Just like developers like Mr. Justin here, and like all the different developers.
oh man,
They just keep fueling our passion. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Just like the sheer drive, I've
Mm,
heard from, Justin and Colin and Steve. It's just, man, it's this absolute,
Nico.
yes, holy smokes, man. I don't have much time to even fly anymore. So
I don't either, man. As
I
busy
know
as I
that feeling.
am, busier than a one-legged cat in a sandbox.
that's pretty damn busy there, my friend.
Man, I'm telling you, he getting it. But
Oh,
hopefully, come fall, we'll slow down just a bit,
for
have a little more
sure.
time.
Hold on. Let's see.
For sure. Oh, Justin, what we got here, my friend?
Uh,
Uh,
I
I
think
see.
Uh-oh.
I
Oh,
got lucky.
Johnny's smiling. Oh Lord, how do I take a screenshot of Johnny? That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. You just say the word, my friend, and I will add you to the stream.
Go for it.
All right. Whoa. And we have a
Oh
cabin. Woo. That's already a win for me just because there's a cabin there.
man,
I'm telling you, holy smokes.
Trying to get this smooth is not fun.
Definitely gonna be a biz jet for sure. Holy gosh, man, look at that flight deck. Good lord.
oh Lord, don't let Mike see this.
Oh man.
I ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing. I mean, nothing.
Nothing.
Like I said, it's very, very early. Like avionics hasn't even been started yet. So I mean,
Oh man.
Man,
uh,
she
But
is a beauty.
just the model.
Woo!
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. You could just about just slap some steam gauges in there now.
Man,
and
call
so
it slick.
and call it slick. Oh my gosh, man. That model is amazing.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. So let's just say I've had quite a few people helping out.
For sure.
I'm
man,
not a
that
hundred percent
sucker's slick.
sure if they want to say who. Yeah, I didn't ask.
Right.
I just sent him a message saying I might say something about it. So, but so with this one here, and we got some funky ordeal going on, and I don't know why with the chrome there. So that's what I said. There's a lot of little
Sure.
issues, here and there. But so what we've done, and we've used some of the ideas from Fly by Wire. So I will say that I stole some of their ideas. So then get mad at me later.
Whoa. The
Um,
NBS or whatever. Wow.
um,
Daggone.
I've sat back and watched videos of this thing landing and so on and
Right.
so forth. And so, like with the reverse thrusters on, the tail will wiggle.
Really?
Yeah, so you'll see the tail you kind of bounce around left and right.
Right.
I've actually rigged the tail and have gotten it to do it one time in sim so far.
Wow.
So so with the reverse thrusters engaged, the tail will actually
Got a little
wiggle like the
jiggle
real
with it.
thing.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's just very, very early, so we're looking
My
quite some time,
for
down the
sure. For
road.
sure. Yeah. Take your time with this one. Yeah. Holy smoke.
Um, but
Daggone it, man.
we are shooting for the actual true avionics, so there will not be no Garmin system in here.
Slapped in there. Yeah.
It's gonna be we're gonna do it right. Um,
Wow.
so we have the wing flex already in here. So if I would have put it in flight, you just you
Wow.
take the controls and you slam them up and down real quick. You'll see the wings flex.
Right.
Because
Wow.
crazy enough, this aircraft here, and I'm not gonna say the name. I'm pretty sure y'all could probably Google that tail number and figure out what it is.
Sure.
Um, the wings flex a lot. I
Holy
see.
smokes.
I think Charlie's actually doing it.
No, I was doing something else. I know what it is.
And so I was
She's
actually
gorgeous.
surprised of how much they actually flex in real life. It was really crazy. I honestly wouldn't have thought they would have flexed it that
That
much.
much, right?
So yeah,
Wow.
it's
This is a big wings, man.
Huge, yeah.
Look how far back they are on the fuselage, too. I did not realize that.
Oh man, could y'all imagine shooting approaches in that thing? Oh
Look how wide she. Golly.
man.
I mean, we even I didn't code it yet, but see the curtain here. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually rigged to where you can actually, eventually you'll be able to open and close the curtain. And of course, you get greeted by stairs in your face, but
Oh man.
the bathroom door will eventually open, so the bathrooms are in here, which is you got one here,
Wow.
and then you do have one in the tail. So if we wander our butt back here, yeah,
Oh my.
yes,
Daggone what
I
a.
mean,
Charlie, you could have some memories back there, brother.
Man,
You
I'm
hear
telling
me?
you, brother. Never seen a cushion toilet seat before, but
I'm
I'll take
telling
it.
you, man. Heck, I'd live in that thing.
Oh
um,
no, man. That's
we're doing
gorgeous.
some experimentals here. So if we
Really?
we open this up and we go, I don't know if it's actually in here. Nope. Active all, and it didn't do it. Well, it shows you the experimentals here.
Oh no,
um,
yeah, no
the
worries.
ceiling is supposed to light up,
Whoa.
like in the original, like in the 7.8s and stuff like that.
Right, right.
I have images. Yeah, it ain't doing it. Dang it. I have images of where I was testing two different theories.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying, attaching a whole bunch of lights to different nodes to where then you can run custom effects to where if you wanted to change, the lighting fields from like a blue to a purple, you could actually do it.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then it was hitting the performance very badly.
Mm.
And,
Mm.
I'm running a pretty good computer and, hell, I was even seeing a pretty good performance hit. So I was like, okay,
Wow.
it's still a thought, but it's not working out. So, and we were trying to mesh, and that's what I was hoping it was still in here, but it wasn't. And it
Wow.
does work. I'll have to code in the brightness and really have
Sure.
to hit up the our our kind of our graphics guy
Right.
to get the mesh to actually look as if it's a true neon light
For sure.
going onto the ceiling. So I mean that's why I say it's very early, very very early, but for what we have so far, it's pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's pretty a little more than sharp there. I think you're being a little modest
Man,
there,
dang, I think so too.
but
Holy crap.
man, just the cabin alone. Um, I lost for words there, fellas. Wow.
Me
Got a little
too.
jump seat there, I see.
Yeah, you got your own little, if you wanted to have a little meeting, you got your
Right.
own. Eventually, I'm gonna redo this. Originally I wanted to leave it open, but then had a couple of guys on the team was like, look, you need to really make it to where if you
Oh
wanted to
yeah. I
have
mean, yeah,
a
meeting
meeting,
business needs to
yeah,
be conducted here for sure.
so I was like, okay, fine, I did it for the one window, why not do it for the other? um
Exactly.
let's see, I should be able, we'll give you a little. something here. Let's just show you. Let's go into the
Oh.
behaviors. Let me separate this so I'm not
Yeah,
completely
don't
blind.
give away your secrets.
Yeah, I'll give Oh man,
So we should be
I
able
am
to see the wing move.
whoa, there you go.
Holy crap! That looked like me coming into Montgomery in that Comanche a little earlier.
So, so I mean, the
Man, that's
stuff's.
so cool.
That's too cool.
I don't know if I can do it with the tail. Let's see. I might be able to. Yeah. See, there you go. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh
Hold on.
yeah, I
Hold on.
see it
Oh
wiggling.
yeah.
Let me get a little closer.
Get a little closer there.
Man, it amazes me how y'all do that stuff.
Oh
Goodness
my gosh,
gracious.
freaking wizards. Whoa.
Man.
Man, take my money. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I
Holy
say.
Holy.
It's very very early.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
still
For
a
sure.
lot of things to do. I can sit there walk through and show you all kinds of different little bugs and issues that this thing's
Oh, no
got.
worries.
Um, but we'd be here all day because there's quite a few. I mean, currently
Wow.
currently it don't even roll. So I mean,
Oh yeah, no, it just and it's I mean it's an amazing start, Justin. I mean, absolutely an amazing start. So definitely looking forward to this one, my friend. Take your
Ooh, look at
time.
that lighting. Ooh,
Yes, yes.
y'all making me want to go fly.
I'm telling you, man. Go on, get off the couch. Go on, get off the couch, Charlie, and send one.
I'll tell you.
Wow.
and I don't run modifiers or like what are those where it changes the lighting.
Right,
Where that
right.
this
Yeah,
is
This
all
is it.
sim.
Whoo. My. Holy
This is
smokes.
by far one of the favorites. One of the few that I've really been trying to do myself.
Right?
It's a lot of like texturing and stuff like that. It's been interesting trying to learn.
For
I'm
sure.
I'm good at 3D model, yes, but textures were never my strong suit. So trying to learn it, and it's been fun. I'll say that.
Wow. Holy cow. Man, like I said, Justin, we are hugely
golly,
grateful for
man.
just giving us just a sneak peek of this
Absolutely.
magnificent airplane. Oh my gosh, and got oh my lord, yeah. Um definitely keep us posted on this guy, and looking forward to hearing more from her for sure.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, we're looking at the grind, so I
Oh
mean,
yeah, it's
it's
ground up for sure. No
there's things
worries.
wrong, but that's what I say. It's gonna be quite some time.
Oh, absolutely. No worries. No worries. Just the idea that something of this magnitude is being worked on gives me solace, gent. So I'm good.
Absolutely.
I'm good.
Trailing link landing gear. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, man.
I gotta know.
Oh,
Let me Google.
oh, it has the pulsing lights.
Hmm.
Wow.
As that, and it's actually there in real life. So at
Wow.
least in all the videos
Woo!
I've watched, it's a bit learning curve,
Sure,
because on
sure.
on on the lighting, you know, um, for the coding side is the learning curve, just because
Right.
Oh, I could
you
imagine so.
because of how it selects and stuff like that, per
Hmm.
switches and stuff. It's giving me little hiccups and twists and how to do
Mm.
certain things and stuff like that. So honestly, I think next year at the expo, I think this one, because I honestly this will probably be the last time I'll show it.
Right.
And
Right.
honestly, I think this will be where we start, and I think by next year Expo, where we are by then, I think it'll be a big surprise. So we're
For
we're gonna
sure.
see. So it's a long road, but I think it's gonna be
Absolutely.
a well worth the wait.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Man, definitely well worth your waiting for sure. For
You can
sure.
pick you up one, Johnny, for 27 to 50 mil.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
cool. We'll
man.
just
Yeah.
holler at the wife and
Yeah. Just stroke that check, man. Come pick me
yeah,
up.
yeah. While I'm banging on
Yeah,
buckets sometimes. Banging on buckets.
not to give away too much. With certain modifications to match the sister one of this one, you can be
Right.
certified to break the sound barrier.
Oh,
Holy
I didn't know
smoke.
that.
The
Really?
latest the sister or brother of this one that's not in full production yet has been certified to fly faster than a certain sound barrier.
Wow.
I think it's like what 0.97,
Seven.
Yeah,
0.98
like 9798.
for a business
Woo.
jet.
For a
That's
business
fast.
jet.
Certified.
It's quick. Whoo.
Oh,
So,
Lord.
Holy
and this is
smoke.
the baby brother of that one. Not giving away too much. I'm not gonna
Right.
physically say it, but yeah, it's
If you know, you know.
You
yeah.
know. Oh my gosh.
Man, that's
Guys.
So
awesome.
yeah, that's where all of my time have been is in these two. I
I could
have I have other projects, but those have been just kind of here and there. But these
Right.
these two are my main ones. This one here has been the biggest learning curve. I've really had to step up to the plate.
Oh, for
Yes, with
sure.
the Sakari, like with the tail wiggling, the wing flex, I was oblivious to any of that. I had no
Right.
idea. Um, but it was just the push of if I'm gonna learn, if I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna learn this, we're gonna do it right. So yeah, it's here we are. This is
Here we are.
it's been awesome.
Oh
It's been
my
a journey.
gosh. And Justin, thank you for taking us with
Mhm.
you on that journey for sure. Holy
Absolutely.
smoke, just absolutely blown away. Just blown away. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And again, just for sure, keep us posted on your progress. And again, thank you for taking the time to come on and share. And man, looking forward to both these guys. And got to
Mhm.
dive in. We're diving in here and doing all this airplaning. I looked at the time, I'm like, holy smokes, we're hitting on an hour and a half. So don't want to take
Daggone.
up, I know,
And it's recorded. Yeah.
and yes, we'll have to make a second attempt because I totally died. But no, again, Justin, thank you
Ooh,
so
gosh,
much,
you
sir.
slick.
Oh
Mm.
my gosh, man. For
But yes, for sure,
Man, it
Colin.
amazes me how they do that crap. Man, I just blows my
Um,
mind.
I sent you my Discord. Make sure
for
you
sure.
join in. Make sure I get you added in. Get you kept up
Absolutely.
up to date. On everything.
Absolutely.
I do want to toss out. These are massive at least this one is a massive
Oh
project.
man.
Oh,
If there's anybody
yeah,
watching that has experience in programming mainly, by all means, hit my Discord up.
for sure.
Um,
We'll make sure to post in the description as well.
yeah, I mean, 90%, of stuff that that is done for me, it is paid. I don't ask for free work. I do
Mhm.
pay. So it's always something to keep in mind. Just because this is a major, breathtaking project, and this isn't going to be easy, and it isn't going to be quick. So the more
For
the help, the
sure.
merrier.
Man, is that
Absolutely.
the APU exhaust port right there on the very tip?
Dang
Yes,
sure
sir.
looks like it.
It is. I mean,
Man, that
Wow.
sucker's as big as the, the back of the jet. The regular edges. Gosh.
Holy cow. And so streamlined and sleek, like Oh man, I mean, this is one of them birds. You're just, you know, I mean, just across the planet, type. What's the range on this thing, Justin? You know?
I know you can go from New York to like London very
Holy
easily.
Very
cow.
easily. Goodness gracious.
6,000 miles.
Whoo. Yeah.
Its big brother has broken the fastest time for crossing the pond as well.
Really?
That I do
Holy,
know.
That's
holy
crazy.
smokes. That's
Man,
insane.
I don't know. How do you feel about that, Johnny, though? How do you feel like breaking the speed
Man,
barrier or sound barrier?
I think we're long overdue, man. I think, since the
If you was in
Concord,
it, you're comfortable?
yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to send it, man.
Full
No,
send.
you gonna
Yeah,
send
full
it.
send,
Full
bro. Yeah,
send.
full send, man. I
Times
mean,
two.
we're in 2023, man. This is just time to send it, bro. So yeah, if we can go full send in this guy, yeah, man, let's do it.
Yeah, you guys got lucky too, because I just got these textures as well. I got
Wow,
a
Justin.
I just received them this morning.
Holy crap.
Holy cow.
I have we've made this one, and then we've made the Jacksonville was it Jaguars
Wow.
livery.
Ah.
I don't have it. I don't have it in here. I haven't did livery folders yet, but yeah,
Right.
that one that one is slick. It's you have the Jaguar on the fin,
Hmm.
but underneath on the belly you have like the full Jaguar's face spanning
Whoa.
across
Oh,
the
that's
wings.
crazy.
It is awesome. It's the
Goodness
paint
gracious.
the delivery guy. He did a very good job on that one. It
Very good
was
painter.
yeah, it was awesome. And so that's what I
Wow.
say with without help and different people coming in and offering their time and help, and you know it it is a tremendous help.
Right, for sure. Definitely shows, man. And I have no doubt that next year's expo, our minds are just gonna be blown. So definitely looking forward to it, Justin. Again, thank you for taking the time to share with us, and looking forward to hearing more from you, my friend. And we'll for sure post the links there in the description on YouTube, and as well as our podcast outlets. So awesome, man. Guys, man, again, it's
Whew.
been a heck of a show. But I'm gonna give the floor to Justin. Any parting words for the audience, my friend?
He threw me on the spot.
On
I
the
can just
spot.
I can just talk, but on the spot like that, it's a little weird. No, I mean, in all in all, I for one, I'd like to thank the community and everybody that's helped out.
Mhm.
People at Fly by Wires have been offering assistance that's helped me and stuff. So I mean, they're a great community, and the work that they're doing on the 380 is just
Oh
unbelievable.
yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Um, so without their help, a lot of this wouldn't have ever. I'd still be bashing my skull into the keyboard. So I just want to throw a shout out to them that they're doing great work, and just to you guys, thanks for having me here. I mean, originally I really didn't think that this would be going on for an hour and 33 minutes. I mean,
Well,
I
Johnny
was.
said 45, so typically when he throws a time, it's doubled. So we're on track.
We're on track. We're just fine.
But it's just I want to thank you guys for having me.
Anytime, my friend.
And the expo, had an awesome time.
Oh yeah,
Meeting the people. It
Hmm.
really opens your eyes to how much the simming community will actually gather and get together, and it was awesome. That was my first time going.
for sure.
Um,
Ours, mine too.
and it was awesome. I wish I'd have went sooner. It was great.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I just parting, farewells. Just thanks to everybody that's helped me along the way, and would just say thanks to everybody that'll help me, into coming time. I mean,
For
it's
sure.
great.
Mhm.
Absolutely, too cool. And again, the pleasure is all ours. As always, this platform is yours, so you're welcome at any time. And again, for sure from us and the rest of the team, definitely thank you, Charlie. Man, any parting words for the CTP family?
Man, everybody just stay safe, take care of yourselves out there, and man, it's exciting stuff. Exciting
Exciting
stuff.
stuff. Indeed. Well, too cool, guys. Well, definitely check us out on the YouTube, Spotify's, and all of the other podcast outlets I can't think of at this point in time. But as far as my parting words, guys, take care of each other. Keep the blue side up. Till next time, guys. We will see you. Actually, here we got another show coming up here very soon. So stay tuned. We'll see you.
That's it. Sit.
Bye.